Hello, 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 hello. Check, check, check. One, two, three. Oh, that's weird. The moment I kicked on my microphone and cut the music out, which is totally fine because we're ready to start. Ready to start. Check, 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 check. Ah, hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome back, everybody. I am, of course, Fanable. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my channel. As we are here to continue playing more Black Myth Wukong. And a happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Almost the weekend. So close, so close. For Cleo, she actually has tomorrow off. So Cleo has started her weekend. I literally say that, and I can see from here that she is currently working. So she has not started her weekend yet. But technically speaking, she's got an early weekend because she has tomorrow off. She's working. She's working hard. Making sure she's good to go before her weekend officially starts. And for me, I am here to play more video games, a game that I have been thoroughly enjoying, very much so, as we continue into Chapter 5. Chapter 5, we've played it for a couple streams now. We are thinking that we probably should finish up Chapter 5 tonight. We still have not dived into the secret area of this particular chapter yet. And then obviously we have to try to fight the bosses. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to fight the bosses. Because I think I'm committed. Especially if we're getting to the point where it's pretty much work upon the end of the chapter. No matter how long it takes, I will probably try to beat it tonight. I don't like the idea of like stopping a playthrough session, a stream, in the middle of doing a boss fight. So no matter how hard a boss might be, the goal is to defeat them before the end of the stream. So we'll see. We'll see how long this goes and how long it takes. Some of the secret areas in the past have taken quite a bit of time in and of themselves. So we'll see here. We'll see here. Last stream, where did we get to? We beat the Keeper of the Flaming Mountains and his Yin Yang Fish. That was the only major boss fight we had. We beat the Cloudy Mist, Misty Cloud duo boss. We went through the crazy murder ball with spikes trying to kill you. And then we got to the end of it where we met up with Ping Ping and Chu, and Chu Bajie ended up turning into a boar and fighting back the ball, but the last we saw was him falling off a cliffside with it. I'm assuming he's probably fine, you know? It'd be weird if that was like a death scene. That would be absurd. So, yeah, we can assume that he's fine, but the last we saw, he fell off a cliff. And then Ping used the fan, which I don't recall how she got the fan. The last thing we knew was that she was trying to convince her mother to get the fan. But the only time we saw her conversing with her mother, she wasn't actually conversing with her mother, because it was Zhu who was pretending to be her mother and tricking the Keeper. So at some point she got the fan, and I can't recall if we got an update on how that happened. But she had it. She had it, and then she used it to put out the flames before the Bull King. So we are up to that point, but we want to finish the other areas. I don't want to accidentally start fighting like the final boss, and then we haven't finished some of the areas, especially since this game does have some parts of it where you can miss things. If you do other things too early, you can end up missing things in the past. I guess that's what New Game Plus is for, but I'd like to try to avoid doing that and play as much as that, you know, as much as possible that's available to us right now. But yeah, that's where we are. That's where we left off. We fought a couple other minor bosses after that cutscene with Chu and Ping, and we fought like a rock, the Flint Vanguard, and we fought the Mother of Flamelings, and that's where we left off. So we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna, I think, try to go find the secret area here right off the bat, and We'll see. We'll see if we can finish the chapter tonight. But again, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, and a happy Thursday. Don't forget to hit that like button if you have not yet already. Subscribe, share, all the good things. Let's get started. Let's go. So quiet. So quiet. Offer a strand of air to house your soul in the Keeper's Shrine. So yeah, we got the shrine right here, which is the cooling slope, but Pancakes alerted us yesterday that we need to go, before we continue on this way, we need to go back and talk to the Stalwart, the one large bull dude that we fought near the beginning, and update him on the carts that we have defeated. So let's see. So we need to go back to the beginning, which it should be before the Ashen Pass. Is it all the way back at the valley entrance? Oh, I don't remember. No. I actually don't remember. Camp of... Oh, duh, he's right here. Thankfully, it lists him. I don't think I would have correctly guessed the Camp of Seasons. Thankfully, it shows him listed here. Which he was gone after we started fighting the first card, so I'm assuming he's now reappeared. I'm going to guess so. We're going to find out. See if we can spot him from up here. Where is he? Well, I'm not seeing him yet. Maybe he's in a different spot. I don't know. We came down here after fighting the first card. I wanted to see if he had any new dialogue, but he was gone. He vanished. He vanished. Can I break any of these? Alright, well, he's not here. It does say he's in this area, though, so I'm gonna assume he just moved, and I'm just not spotting him. Where would he have walked off to? Oh, here he is. You know, it's very entirely possible. Maybe he did have additional dialogue. I just did not realize that he was over here. He might have moved over here after we killed the first cart. What you looking at over here, buddy? It doesn't really look like you're looking at anything. There's nothing over here but a bunch of thick trees. Oh, well, maybe he's looking up there. What are you doing? How's it going?
I tolerate no evil under my nose. Neither does my axe. Bring me more revenants so I can chop them up.
Oh my goodness.
Heed my words. The Red Boy's carts are nothing more than a distraction. Thinks he can outwit me. Bah, that brat! Make haste and head up the mountain. We must figure out what he's planning.
So, are you coming with me?
They are called 5-element carts for a reason. What's your tally?
Only 4.
The entrance is secured for now. You can go first, and I'll catch up with you later.
Of course. Why are we looking at his feet? We're incredibly impressed by his giant hooves. The Destined One. Those are some nice hooves you got there, buddy.
The king once told me that each of the 5 carts has its own unique nature.
Yeah. Go on.
The king once told me that each of the 5 carts has its own unique nature.
Okay, alright, that's it. Okay, so we've talked to him. So I'm assuming something we couldn't do before we probably can do now that we've spoken. Let's go see. Let's go find out. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the cooling slope. The cooling slope. And push on from here. Hopefully. There's pancakes. Welcome back. Happy Thursday, pancakes. Do you have an explanation for why the Destined One is so obsessed with the stalwart's hooves? I need a lore reason for that. Pancake says he's not sure. I bet there's some deep-seated lore behind it. Ah! Jeez. The entire time he was talking to us, the Destined One could not keep his eyes off of them. It's like a giant sealed gateway over here. It's giving me Warcraft vibes. Okay, so we got another path going down here. Should we check out the gate? Should we check out this gate first? Before moving on down that path? It's a frozen gate. Frozen archway. Can we touch it? We can't touch it. It is literally... It's just a giant block of ice. Alright, well, it didn't let me touch it or say anything or observe it or anything. So we should we continue on down the path then? Let's see. I like the views. Yeah, not a fan of, like, everything being on fire. Wasteland of lava. But, you gotta admit, this is a pretty sweet view. Why does this look familiar? Did we just do a giant circle? I think we did. Could I not go over here before? Isn't this the beginning? This is totally the beginning. This is the beginning. I would know my rock patterns anywhere. Did a giant circle all the way back here again. Alright, well, what do we need to do then? Should we move forward? from the entrance? I don't want to jump down here again. That would seem foolish. I wonder if it would let me jump down here again. Oh, it seems like we could. I don't want to, though. I need fire to break that ice. I'm missing something. Nothing's happening here, Pancakes. We spoke to the stalwart back at the beginning. Where did he say? Where did he say? Here, let me rewind the stream. Did he tell me? He said something about meeting. Did he say something about meeting him somewhere? Where did he say specifically? The third cart area? Is that what he said? Did he say it by name? I don't think he did. Says the entrance is secured for now. You can go first. I'll catch up with you later. So we probably should have talked to him. Maybe after the first cart? Because this is a non-specific. He just asked, what's your tally? But he doesn't, like, say any specifics. The only thing I had to go on is the fact that he said there's 5, and I think we've only fought 4. He was not specific, though. But it makes me wonder, though, because I didn't find him. I did try to go back to him after we fought the first or second cart, and then I couldn't find him. I didn't know where he was. It makes me wonder if we would we have already headed him up? If we had gone there. Let's see. Where would that be? Would Emerald Hall be the closest, or would Ashen Pass be the closest? I'm lost. Which way is forward and which way is back? Maybe we should have just gone to the Emerald Hall. Okay, this is where we fought the mushroom dude. Okay, this is the right way. I think we fought in 4. Maybe not. Maybe we've only fought 3. Nope. Ran out of stamina. Alright, we gotta get by. Oh no, those guys are permadead. Why do some of those little guys end up being permadead? Oh no, here they are. False alarm. They're here still. Still looking tormented. we in the right area? This is right? Didn't we fight him right here? Oh, there he is. I want to know what path he took. How'd he get here? I'm busy doing all the work. He just shows up behind. He could have helped us. He could have been here and helped us.
You brat! Fighting for your own pleasure. You should have spared me a cart before my axe gets rusty.
I would have welcomed it. You could have come and fought. You should have stuck with me, buddy.
I can see the king from here. Stripped of his mount and weapon. I wonder what's behind all this. What else is hidden in this mountain? I feel blind. Blind! We should find the king's mount first.
Am I supposed to be able to build up focus on him like this? Yeah, why is it treating him like an enemy? You seeing this? I need to start doing this with NPCs all the time. It's acting like I'm beating him up. What if I just do a normal attack against him? Nope. Just this. Just this. Give me my third focus. Yes. Dude, I can even... Oh no, it's too much. It's too much of a drain. I can't fill up my fourth. Okay, anyway, sorry. He doesn't care.
The Bishwi beast is treasured by the king as his own kin. How could it simply vanish? The Bishwi beast is treasured by the king as his own kin. How could it simply vanish?
Okay, let's go back. I feel bad for the Bull King. He's had enough. He's had enough of all this. I guess I could have teleported back. Why are we running? Where's the location we're going? Is it right around the corner here? Should we teleport? It feels like it's right around the corner here. Nah, screw it. Let's teleport anyways. Okay. Is he going to be over here now? Are we going to see him? Is he actually going to fight with us? He's complaining about the fact that we've killed them all. Like somehow we were holding him back. Oh. What? Dude. All that complaining and then you just got tossed to the side. Should have waited for us. Could have been a team effort. Ah. Oh, come on. What was that? That was malarkey. Too far away? Well, at least you knocked it down. Me out. Ah, robbed. Stop burning me. Oh no. Oh, I took the blunt of all that flame. That like completely disintegrated us, even with all of our fire resistance. Oh, what? And you know what? We're gonna use this guy to build up our focus. Well, somewhat. A little bit. A little bit of focus buildup. I forgot to make more body cooling powder. I'm not gonna worry about it, but we probably should build some. That's the fire I want to avoid. No more of that, please. Dude, did I miss? How did I miss him? He was right there. Oh, he canceled it, man. Oh no, put it down. Oh shoot. Okay, well, I mean, I thought that was gonna be way worse. He just blew fire directly into our face. Oh my gosh, we missed again. He's the biggest target on the planet. What in the world? How do we keep missing? Oh my gosh. We keep getting robbed. Oh, wasted our immobilize. Come on, man. Oh, what a waste. Let's see. Can we hit the giant part? Let's try again. Nope. That is 3 full focuses in a row that we completely messed up. Well, at least we didn't miss that time. So close. We're only 1 of 4. 1 of 4. Let's see. Can we go 2 of 5? Yay! 2 of 5. Alright, bloody hell, man. Dude, what happened? You were late to all the other ones, and then you were early to this one?
die for him, I would not regret it. But I've failed, brother. Failing his mission is what I regret. My king must have done something reckless for that dumb boy. The truth, I wager, lies beyond that door. That cursed cart was no match for me.
No, oh my God.
I went easy on it. That's all.
Oh no.
Quite a good lad you are. But remember, don't be swayed. Stay true.
Wow. We didn't get to see him fight at all. It would have been fun if we could have been like seeing him mid-battle when we came up. I mean, we did get to see him fight. We fought him at the beginning of the game, but yeah, it would have been fun to like have like come up and seen them mid-fight and then see the cart get the upper hand on him. We came into the area and the cart had already defeated him. Just inside of his jaws. What? It just gets suddenly brighter. I like the idea of an ice wall in the middle of all this heat. We got somebody big over to the left. Looks like a giant staff. What? I didn't get to fight the guy that was over to the left. So who did we leave behind? Who else was in that big area? Hopefully we can go back there again. Hopefully the door's not like resealed when we're back out of here. Dang it, every time. Heartfire pill? Don't we have one of those in our inventory already? We do. What? Upon use, instantly resets cooldowns for all spells. So we can actually build this now? We're gonna have to save these. Wait, what else did we pick up? Oh, we picked up something else. Flame Orb. Moderately increases burn resistance. Okay, so we actually do have a burn resistance one we can do now. Plus 12. Alright, that's really good. We should put that on. Oh, we got an entry for him now. No actual name. Still just a pale axe stalwart. With axe in hand, the guard shows might, fearing neither toil nor plight, wishing for the mountain's peace, braving dangers till the sun's last light. A bright afternoon camp of seasons. Splendid! That's the morale I want to see, the Bull King exclaimed, seated in the main camp atop the cliff, observing the Bulgwais training below. Standing beside him, the pale axe stalwart reported, "My king, only such a powerful army is worthy of your majestic presence." The Bull King nodded approvingly, saying, "You've done well, young captain." Looking at the pale axe stalwart, he said kindly, "You've not been under my command for long, yet you've managed to train this mixed troop so well, it's beyond my expectations." The pale axe stalwart replied humbly, "When I first arrived and saw how well regulated the king's domain was, I was equally surprised." Realizing he might have misspoken, he quickly apologized. "I meant to say," the Bull King laughed heartily, "no worries. The well-regulated domain is all thanks to the lady of the house. Her strict rules keep these boneheads in line." The pale axe stalwart also laughed. "Indeed, I was initially taken aback by her strict rules." Seeing his straightforwardness, the Bull King praised, "You've done well in the managing the troops. I'll promote you to my vanguard." The pale axe stalwart quickly knelt. "Thank you, my king, for the promotion. I will serve you with the utmost loyalty." But then a voice called out, "Father, why have you summoned me?" The pale axe stalwart looked up to see a red-skinned youth approaching from behind. "I called you to observe how to muster and command troops. This is my newly appointed vanguard. Come and meet him." The youth patted the pale axe stalwart on the shoulder and smiled. "Very good. If my father trusts you, you must be capable. When I become king, you shall be my general." The Bull King clapped his hands and laughed. "Such ambition! The future of this domain will depend on you." The youth pondered for a moment and said, "Father, why not entrust that item to me as well?" The Bull King's face darkened, and he did not respond. "Father, you must trust me with the domain," the youth continued, "so why not with a mere object? Ever since you obtained it, you've grown more haggard. Mother is very worried." The Bull King waved his hand dismissively. "Do not mention this again." The youth, though puzzled, did not wish to defy his father and left reluctantly. Alright, we'll put on that fire resistance as we get further in. Although at this point I don't know what to expect and when to expect. At least we have a shrine here. I mean, that looks like an arena down there. Are we already gonna be fighting another boss fight? Let's see how expensive it is. Well, it costs Flame War, which we only have 4 of, but still, this is a really powerful pill. Instantly resets cooldown for all spells? That's crazy. This could become really, really handy. Does that include my transformation? That would be pretty dang significant. Yeah, let's make some of the body warming. No, not this. Body cooling. Do I not have a recipe for body cooling? Oh, here it is. This is instantly removes burnt state, significantly increases burn. Okay, yeah, let's make this. Oh, I got it. Last meditation spot. We got an achievement for this. What's that achievement for? We never did end up looking at the achievements. We talked about it yesterday. I wanted to see what some of them meant. Shall we take a look? Let's see. I did not catch what that one was called. Well, these... I was hoping that they would give us more details, but they do not. Like, see this one. I wanted to know what this one meant. Souls in the stocks. You've picked them all, the easy ones and the hard ones. Does this mean we collected every spirit in the game at this point? Yeah, I wish it gave more details on what these actually meant. And this is Scenic Seeker. That's what we just got. The most marvelous places for meditation have all met your gaze. So we have found every meditation spot. Okay. We can discern that. Is there anything we can miss in this secret area? Is there something that we're going to leave behind if we accidentally finish it too early? MP, hello, welcome back, happy Thursday, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yep. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Oh no. Not you again. It's talking.
Are you still in the haze or what, you wicked lad?
And it's yet another duo.
Not to check another face. Tell whoever breaks in was the order.
By your word!
Why are there so many duos in this chapter? Bottom takes top, top takes bottom. What? they're not fighting at the exact same time. At least she doesn't seem to be.
2 for 1, wicked lad.
Oh crap. Nope, they've combined now. Whoa! No! Alright, we need a heal. Jeez. Is he still fighting me? Looks like it. Oh no, he's cowering under his shield.
But you're slacking off.
Is it her? Just her now? Stop cowering.
Quit nagging.
Are you gonna go attack my double? You gotta be kidding me. Come on. Nope, you're gonna throw stuff at me, okay?
Quit nagging. Quit nagging.
Ah.
No sweat.
Come on, girl. Show me what you got. Oh, we got an achievement even for it. 3 teams of 2. What? Did they die? It looked like she was just gonna cower away. She went back under her shield, but then she disintegrated. Okay. Let's see. Top takes bottom, bottom takes top. A beauty weds a beast so vile, with horns and fangs, a facade sweet smile, sweet guile. In love's embrace they form a pair, rolling in the haze, many lives they ensnare. Thank you, MP. Always a good friendly reminder. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet already. And, of course, you can visit that link that MP just posted in the chat if you haven't yet voted on our next Souls or Souls-like game. Thank you. This story was told by Minister Shu. Years ago, Shu, dissatisfied with his wife's district adherence to propriety and her lack of warmth in the chamber, took a fiery and beautiful concubine. The concubine had a terrible temper, often bossing Shu around and showing no respect for the lady of the house. If anyone tried to talk her into adhering to manners and propriety, she would laugh and curse them until they left in disgrace. Yet Shu found this amusing and indulged her in every way, spoiling her with affection. One day Shu was returning to the capital and to report on his duties. Fearing that their carriage might be attacked by bandits, he hired a large boat to transport his family, servants, and belongings back to the capital. That night, the sound of fighting suddenly erupted on the boat. It turned out that the Yao Guai had sneaked aboard under the cover of darkness. Soon a terrifying figure with horns and jagged teeth appeared. He wore a tattered cloth around his waist, held a pot-shaped shield in his left hand, and wielded an iron whip in his right, glaring menacingly at everyone. Shu and his wife trembled in fear, but the concubine stood tall and unafraid, loudly scolding the Yao Guai for his rudeness. The Yao Guai was taken aback for a moment, then sighed and said, "Even in human form, you are so arrogant. Truly, you are one of us, a yaksha." The concubine burst into laughter and said, "Nonsense! I intended to play for a while longer, but now you've ruined everything. Fine, let's kill them all and leave together." With that, she transformed into a creature identical to the Yao Guai. She finally realized that he had brought a Yao Guai into his home. Just as the two Yao Guais were about to kill Shu and his family, a female voice rang out. Even though your kingdom has fallen and you were forced to seek shelter in the east, you should not behave so rudely. Why not follow me into the mountains for your practice?" Just when the two Yao Guais were ready to resist, a woman descended onto the bow of the boat, holding a precious fan. With a powerful wave of the fan, she immobilized them in the wind. After this terrifying experience, you never dared to take another concubine. Oh, gosh. Alright. That was a fun boss fight. None of the pairs have been like super overall challenging, but they've all been fun. They've all been varied and fun. I liked the two giant heads. I liked the triple-headed ghost and the dude with the giant flaming wick, whatever it was. And then, yeah, these two were a lot of fun, too. I like the dynamic. I like the idea that that ball was just those two sitting inside of it the entire time. Question is where's Shu? Where's Bajia? Because he fell down with the ball. Probably for the best. We're getting more stamina, considering it's the one thing we have not been upgrading. Stamina we have been neglecting quite a bit. Indeed. Always suggestions are welcome. Always welcome. Look at all these guys down here. We got a big guy at the end. Nope, and it's a spirit too. So he's gonna have more health. When did we get this? White seashell waist chair. What? Slightly increases attack. Increases attack by 5. Okay. Okie dokie. Alright, well that's not what that one achievement meant. I was wondering if that achievement meant spirits, so I don't know what that achievement was for. The small and the big, the minor, or whatever it was. Because we just got another one, which is... Where? Where is it? The Bull Governor. Taking the form of the Bull Governor, charge towards the foe and cleave with a great halberd, thrusting it into the ground to deal scorched damage on hit. Okay, I like how fast it is. Moderately increases scorched damage. We're using the one because it adds burn resistance. Is it only increasing our burn resistance by 1? Oh no, it's 6. Okay. This guy also adds. It just adds it across the board. So we got 6 additional burn resistance. I don't know if he's worth using otherwise. He's hard to disrupt as long as we can get it off. But I'm still favoring the spirits that do just instantaneous damage and quick. We'll keep running this for the moment, I guess. I don't have much mana right now. If we stumble into a boss fight, that would be bad. It's probably because I have not rested since... I have not rested since we had that boss fight. Which is not good. It's kind of making me wonder if we should go back. Or maybe it'll make it more interesting, right? We don't have much, though. We have very little mana. Huh. We got a path going down to the left. Fight the 2 guys on the right, or slide down the left? That is the question. There's a chest over here. But I wonder if we could just... Does the ice just take us around behind? Whatever, we'll fight these guys. Oh no! Ah! We fell down! Where did we fall down to? Am I supposed... I don't think I'm supposed to be able to go down here. Guys, oh my gosh, that guy fell down here! I'm like stuck. We're surrounded by like invisible walls. Oh, here we go. We got out. We got freed. What was the point of that? Oh, look, the chest. Ah! Ow. I'm not expecting you to be super injured. I'm surrounded. Bloody hell. I don't know. Maybe it's just over to the left side here that you're not supposed to be able to drop. You could have dropped up at the top. That was weird. Very strange. Hmm. What? What is this video? The fact that MP just came out straight up and said it's a cute puppy, making me think it's not a cute puppy. That's not a puppy, you liar. Yay, a shrine. We can get our mana back. It's so small. A grizzly rescue. I don't think I'd want to try to stay friends with a grizzly after it's grown up, even if it was a rescue. Grizzlies are too scary. Poor thing. Is there anybody that should be important to use the Horsquai for? I've not been liking his his transformation. I mean, it's fine. It's just really slow. I like having nice fast ones. So I wouldn't mind going back to Yellow Long, and then of course I love the Red Tides. But why do I feel like we got the bloody Horsquai? We got, what is his name? Ma Tianba. We got him specifically on this quest line. So why do I feel like we need him for this area? Did he get a cheap shot in the beginning? That's not cool, man. Down. Oh, I'm gonna die. Feel it. That was a quick dodge. that. Damn, that recovery. Get out of there! Come on, guy. Oh, why are you doing that now? Oh, this is insane. I gotta shoot, I'm gonna need heals. That was bad timing. Oh, I'm gonna lose him. Yeah, get in that lightning. Oh, I can't hit his head. Why? Why are you backing up, dude? Are you for real? What is this madness? He's doing it again! What are the odds on the timing of this? Madness. Madness, I say. I can't read any fun facts. Pancakes, I'm getting beat up. Oh, yeah, he doesn't do a quick recovery that time. Frickin' figures. Oh no, not again! Oh god. Oh, you wasted it, you dummy. Let's see, is he gonna do it again? Yep. Oh no! My double disappeared. It's like he knows whenever I'm going into Cloud Stack to do that charge. Oh, come on, man. What a jip. Oh no! Oh, is that a death blow? Oh, come on! We had to heal. I thought we were dead, and then we stood up, but we were on fire. Oh man, of course he did a grab right at the end. I see. So we'd have to actually try to bait him into breaking the ice wall. Alright. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a burn resistance boost. Putting this on. Should we keep this? Because of the burn resistance? Maybe. Yeah, probably. We wasted our last mirage. I mean, this is only good if we have mana, so I don't feel like it's necessary, other than getting around to the attacks quickly. I don't know what I would put in its place. Sure. If we need it. I feel like it's better suited for somewhere else. We got him down to like 25%. I got robbed. Robbed! So, we're talking the wall right behind him? What would that do? Would it just get us out of the lava? Because right now we're immune to lava anyways. That's the only thing I can think of, is that it would get you out of the lava. So we try to get him over here and have him break this wall. Oh my gosh, I can't see or move. Is he breaking it? I can't tell. Come over here and break this some more, at the expense of beating me up. Did it work? I think it worked. Whee! Wait, where are we leading him? Is he coming up the stairs? Or can he not fit through there? Oh, nice. That's convenient. What? How many bloody arenas are there? Is there another ice wall in here? Oh my gosh, there he is. Where's he going? Where am I going? We're not leaving any stuff behind, are we, by taking this shortcut into other arenas? Okay, so it's gonna be here. So there's another ice wall that he can break through too? Over here? It's a firewall. How do I get him to put out that? He's made of fire. Come here and put out this fire. Can't see. Cannot see. Yeah, how do we put out this fire? Come here. Put out that fire. I can't tell that he's doing anything to it. He's just sitting in it. Has he taken on ice powers now? Is that what's happening? So we need him to do like an ice attack against this fire, right? Come here and use some ice powers against this wall of fire. He's not doing much in terms of icy attacks or this wall. Are you sure, Pancakes? Nothing seems to be happening to that. Nothing seems to be happening to this wall of fire over here. Oh, see, there we go. That's what I want you to do on the fire, dude. Do it again. Ah. He did it! Let's go! Now what is he? Well, now what powers is he gonna have? He's gonna have Earth powers next? Is that him? Wait, why is he? Is that the same guy? Is he gonna have both powers in this arena? Fire and ice? Hi, buddy. Oh my gosh. Have you just made him way harder for me to fight? I think I liked him with his ice powers. Although, I guess maybe not. We don't have ice resistances. We have fire resistances. Oh, okay, thanks. Excellent. I'm glad we can be the test bed for this. Oh, he landed on me. You want me to use my Pluck of Many? I try not to when I don't have to, if I can help it. Oh my gosh. Oh no, come on, man. Back away. Yeah, I don't like that one for attacks. Charge. Whip that guy. Ah, I got it. Doc got it. You gotta be kidding me. that moveset. Like every time, man. Like, why do you keep having to fall on top of me every time, too? Oh, man, to avoid his grab that time. Oh no, that's got it. I don't think we got it. Nope. Give me a second, guy. Come on. Thank you. Oh no! Ah! Why did I do that? Oh, come on, man. There's too much fire everywhere. I don't like it. See, if we didn't have the horse right now, I could almost be assured victory. Ah, oh, come on. I had it. Okay, well. Come over here. Get hit by some lightning, you jerk. I didn't mean like that. That was tight. Down to the line. You're a baby. Have we traveled in time again?
Made this child be born, but he never knew my struggles.
How can we but follow the Master's word? Rakshasi, you know it was he who made you drink from the river of childbearing.
Shut it. You shall never speak of it. The king knows why I had to drink it. But I haven't glimpsed him ever since then. He made it another reason for his absence.
Rakshasi, Your husband shirks dishonor this way. He granted you this cave with his Mount Bishui beast as its sentinel. He's compromised enough for the sake of our master.
You will seal your lips on this. Our family would be doomed if anyone knew the truth behind this child.
Fear not. Master bids me aid you in secret. You and the bull. You will rear this child to manhood. And when the boy comes of age, well, on that day, he will be living proof of the dark deeds of Mount Lingshan.
Demon baby! Where did it put us back to? Where are we? Oh, is this where we teleported away? Perfect. Because we still have that thing over there to fight. I'm assuming. Still just hanging out over there. Oh, what all did we get? We got a new weapon? Oh, we got a new possibly craftable weapon. The Bishu Beast Staff, which we need 4 gold tree cores to build. We only have 3. It doesn't have any of the other boosts, unique effects. It has no unique effect, just high critical hit chance and high damage. Okay. How does that compare to our other one? So this has 105, 10%, and this one had 90 and 10%. So it's basically a bump up from this, except we don't get the health. 15 more attack. And 15 more attack, but no health boost. Okay. I guess it depends on how much I'd be depending on critical hit chance, which we're not, obviously, with this. But I mean, it's tough to argue with a boost of 40 defense. And then, yeah, having that fire charged heavy attack too is also pretty nice. Let's see. We got the Taoist's Basket of Fire and Water. I could definitely see how it could contain fire if you lit it on fire. Doesn't look like it would hold water very well. Everything in this universe is susceptible to defeat save for fire and water. That's not true. Moderately increases attack for all burn inflicting and chill inflicting transformations. Okay. So this would actually be good for my current spirit. Does spirits count? This would be good for Red Tides. Yao Guai King. The Bishu Golden-Eyed Beast. So what was the point of switching arenas? Was there an advantage, disadvantage? The arena was bigger, I think, on the final one. He didn't seem to be trying to use any of his fire attacks on the second one, but actually that was probably to a disadvantage, so it's good that we moved to the third arena, since all of our defense is in burn. I don't know. It was fun. It was interesting going through it. We did get the wine. That was definitely the biggest plus going through there. We got the wine. Although, do we need that anymore? We need one of the ingredients for upgrades. I can't remember which one it is, because one of our upgrades is maxed out. Alright, with auspicious purple skin, a majestic sight, mighty and fierce like a tiger in fight. Ice and fire clash, a battle so dire, in scorching hills and frigid lands, a path of mire. You think it's just a gimmick? Just something fun? It would, if you were having it happen in the middle of the fight, it actually might be a really nice, refreshing thing, like just to calm down a little bit, move on to the next part. I would have been curious to fight him in just the second arena. But yeah. I don't know. The Bull King sat on the mountaintop, utterly exhausted and unable to move. He watched as the Bishu beast limped away from the battlefield. He thought about calling out to it, but decided against it. His longest-serving mount had been heartlessly driven away by him without even a backward glance. His most trusted weapon had been taken by his own son and discarded who knows where. The Bull King glanced at the bloodstains on his body. His old wounds had not yet healed, and now there were new ones. The brat's firepoint skills had improved again. Initially, when the boy learned of his origins, he clamored for revenge every day. Fearing that his son would bring about his own demise, the Bull King had locked him up for a while and assigned the Bishu beast to guard him. Unexpectedly, Red Boy managed to escape, and by the time the Bull King arrived, the beast had chased and fought him for quite a while, leaving the boy pinned under its claws, barely alive. It was the beast's fault for being so ruthless, forcing him so to severely injure it to save his son. What was wrong with that? Fortunately, he had held back enough to let the reckless beast keep its life, but who would have thought that the brat's injuries were faked? Now the tables had turned, and the son had imprisoned the father. Retribution, it seems, does not come from the karma, but from the hearts of men. The one who wanted to save you, you drove away. The one you wanted to kill you, you saved. A familiar voice echoed from the depths. Yes, you can save me, and I can save you too, but who will save us? The Bull King's head began to ache again. So, we've not seen the Red Boy at all. Why do I feel like Ping is leading us into some kind of trick or backstab? Like, is she helping him? Is she just making way? Making way to the Bull King to help the Red Boy out? It's all been very, very suspicious. Oh, look, it's a frog. And that's who's over here. It's a bloody lava frog. Of course it is. Why not? I should have known better. Hey, guy. You gonna fight me? Can I charge up? Are you gonna hit me before I can unleash? Or are you just gonna back up? That works too. Totally fine. Oh, backed up again. Come on, man. Give me a break. What are you doing? Stop that. Good at dodging my final attacks. Oh, Doug got it. It's a mistake. Oh shoot, we're at the edge of the arena. That is super deceptive. On fire! Put me out! We did it. Demon Frog is no more. So, is the staff that we can build, is that a miniaturized version of this giant frickin' staff? Is there anything else we can find in here before moving on? Just another frog. Ba Lang Lang. His voice... his name's not as fun to say as the other ones. We had Bali Gula... Bali Guba. We had Langli Gulang. Langli Guba. Bali Gulang. And then finally... we had a Ba Lang Lang. He was named last by their mother. They ran out of ideas. Radiant hues of crimson bright, majestic with its towering might, seeking a place of cool repose, releasing fire a neat trick shows. Here we must speak once more of the frog-seeking Taoist. Being carried back to the Temple of Yellow Flowers, the Taoist was treated for his injuries. Without asking him a word, everyone assumed he had come to join them as a disciple, so they took extra care of him. While at the temple, the Taoist observed the others practicing. Through self-studying, he managed to learn a few techniques, such as Meteor Smash and Stallion Spring. Hundred-eyed Taoist master, hearing the Taoist tale of his travels, recognized his quick wit and boldness and decided to take him as a disciple. Overwhelmed by the honor, the Taoist immediately knelt and acknowledged his master. That night, however, he quietly packed his belongings and left the temple, resuming his quest to find the world's rarest frogs. The next day, when the master was informed of his departure, he laughed and said he has small ambitions and is unrestrained by conventions, one of a kind indeed. The Taoist continued his journey and arrived at the Flaming Mountains. At the foot of the cooling slope, he encountered a large, fiery red frog. They were about to engage in battle when a purple-skinned lion dog emerged from a cave behind the slope. This purple-skinned beast was extremely aggressive. Seeing the two of them lingering near its cave, it charged straight at them. The Taoist was initially intimidated by its presence, but the large frog kicked the beast away, saving his life. Angered by the frog's interference, the purple-skinned beast turned to attack it. The frog opened its mouth and, with a gulp, spewed a stream of fire, forcing the beast to retreat several steps. Seizing the chance, the Taoist used all of the techniques he had recently learned, Meteor Smash and Stallion Spring, against the beast. Seeing them join forces, the beast fled back into the cave. The Taoist pursued it into the cave, only to find the interior remarkably cool, a stark contrast to the scorching heat of Flaming Mountains. Before long, the frog also hopped into the cave and hid in a shady corner. The Taoist realized that although the frog could breathe fire, its nature made it fear the mountain's heat, and the cave was the cool place it sought to rest. Even the Xiao Guai had a desire to live. With this surprising understanding, the Taoist felt a surge of compassion and abandoned any thoughts of killing it. He sheathed his sword and left the cave. Should we teleport? Teleport up? I don't know where we're going. Where's it going to put us? Alright, did we get everything in the secret area? Do we have any reason to go back? Did we miss anything in there? Did we kill every boss? Did we find every item? Alright, before continuing here, let's go... Craft armor. Oh, yeah. Ooh, look at that helmet. We have a whole new set of armor. When did we get these? Grants a moderate focus upon taking damage. If the Destined One is under the effect of tenacity, grants more focus. What are these bonuses? Upon taking damage, temporarily grants moderate defense. Disables perfect dodges, but grants tenacity when health is below half. Interesting. It is scary. Turns me into a demon monkey. I'm curious about that. Disables perfect dodges, but grants tenacity when health is below half. Interesting. Very interesting. Costs 2 Bull King's Iron Horn. Do we even have enough to build this whole set? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know. Is this... The armors just keep getting better and better, man. It's got 160 defense. 81 additional defense over our current armor. Good God. 160 over 79. Oh, we gotta build this, but we don't have enough. We could build the mask, and we could build this, or we could build the chest piece, or we could build the 2 gloves. Dude, this would give us such a massive boost in defense. That might be worth it. The only thing good about this set that we're currently wearing is that it grants damage reduction after transformations. But how much armor these have, I feel like completely negates the benefit of that occasional damage reduction. We've got to build this set. Unfortunately, we can't build it completely yet. But I don't even know necessarily if I care about the number 4, disabling perfect dodges. I like having my perfect dodges, even if I don't always execute them perfectly. Okay, so this gives 40 additional over our mask right now. This gives 32 and then 48. So yeah, obviously building the gloves and the feet are the better of the 2, with the exception of the fact that this one gives a unique effect. Grants moderate focus upon taking damage. If the Destined One is under the effect of tenacity, grants more focus. So we wouldn't have that. That'd be the only thing. We gotta build these, don't we? We gots to. Do we gots to? I'm waiting for Pancake to give me his opinion. Come on, it's such a sweet set, too. Let's be honest. I wish my weapon matched it better. That was not helpful at all, Pancakes. That was probably the least helpful comment I've ever heard. Ever! Does this mask go well with it? We should get this hat. This hat actually kind of goes well with it. The red, I mean, it's not perfect. I would totally be down for upgrading this. This headband. I like that. Allows using the gourd while sprinting. This would cost us fine gold thread. That'd be the only problem. What do you think? Does that hat match this outfit alright? I don't like the dangly bits. Can we remove the danglies? Dangly, dangly, dangly. Well, MP's abandoning us. Once again, abandoning us. We wear this. This actually matches it really well, too. Wish I could see our eyeballs better. Gives us more burn resistance as well. Or we could just turn off. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's so much more defense. The mask kind of matches the brown on this set of the one we're currently wearing. I also like that upon taking damage, temporarily grants moderate defense. So that's nice too. So we're going to get a boost in defense anytime we take a hit. Top of that, we're going to have a lot of burn resistance right now too. This staff actually goes well with this armor set, but we don't want to stop using this one. What do you think? Should we leave the mask on? Good night, MP. Good night and farewell. Until next time. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, should we keep the mask? Or should we turn it off? Or should we become a mushroom? Oh my gosh. I didn't realize it makes us grow mushrooms all over our body, too. That is quite a significant health drain. I don't know if it would be worth it or not. It's hard to say. Depends on how much more you're getting health. That's a tough call. This one actually matches it, like, almost perfectly, this mask. Again, we need a transmog system, because I don't want to switch to this mask. That's the only issue. We got our Skull of Turtle treasure mask. Problem is, we got this giant collar now on this armor. So certain ones clip through it. Because we could turn off the mask, I guess. Just be headgearless. Alright, we need to teleport to the other location, don't we? Also, do we need to make any more brews? Do we need certain brews by chance? We're out of withered silkworms. Let's go back to the, let's go back to the Zodiac Village real quick. Take a look-see. Should we try fighting the Yin Tiger again? And see, how much easier he may be? This is a pretty sick armor set. I like them all, to be honest. I really liked the last one we were using, but come on, we can't argue with this, all this extra defense. It's such a huge boost.
May Lord Lao illuminate your path, brave one. This is what my ceaseless toil finally yields. Not quite the hour yet, brave one. Come again another time.
More health? I'm gonna do 2 health bumps now.
Uncover the secrets of sky and earth, and thou shalt have pills. A wondrous marvel of the universe.
It's the only thing I don't like. I don't like clipping on certain outfits. Like if you see how like our staff is clipping through that back. If I was designing armor for a game like that, I would probably try to take into account positions that you normally stand and look. So I would probably just try to avoid putting any kind of dangly bits on the right shoulder. What do you got? What do you got?
You'd better follow a prescription, brave one. A formula from Toshita. Impeccable. Each pill is a means to an end. My destiny's course, I can't amend.
Okay, good. So the wine worm is what we wanted. That's nice. We can finally get our third slot on here.
brew would fit your gourd well.
The next one just recovers more health upon using the gourd. That sounds good. That's what I want. You got any more? Nope, not yet. So, we got a third slot. What should we put in here? Do we have fire? Didn't we get one for fire? Massively increases the health recovery from using the gourd when at critical health. That could... I mean, that could be really good. I don't know what critical health means, though. Is it 5%? 10%? 15%? Tell me that. Tell me that. I mean, that would be good. Do we not have a fire resistance one? We don't. We have chill, shock, and poison. That would be insane, because that's not... I would never define 50% and under critical. Also, that... when your screen goes red is a completely optional setting. You can actually change when it goes red. Where is that? I saw that. Yeah, right here. You can either have it high, medium, or low, or you can turn it off entirely if you don't like the redness. What do we have it on? Medium? I guess we'll medium. So medium is 50%. I guess I've never really paid attention. I mean, if it's 50%, that would be amazing. That would actually be really, really good. Oh, do we only have boss fights left? Okay. 15% is good. So 15%, that makes more sense. Usually in games, it's 5, 10, or 15. 15 is obviously the better. So if you drop down below 15%, we should just swap this out right now, right? The golden carp, put on fire resistance maybe. If all we have left is bosses, put on burn resistance maybe, or should we just put on general defense? Maybe that would be better. How's our burn? Our burn's at 54% right now. We'd have 66 with this. That's a tough call. What? I don't know. I don't know which would be more handy. Fire or general defense. It does put us up pretty high. It makes me wonder, like, now that we're up as high as we are in defense, is doing 14 extra defense really making that much of a difference? I don't know.
A young friend, a sip makes one tipsy, many sips make you hammered.
Where was that one? What did it do? Where is it? I don't even remember what it was. Oh, right here. Massively increases the health recovery when using the gourd in a critical health. So yeah, it could be nice. Obviously, if we suddenly got hit down below 15% and we were like, oh shit, we gotta take our gourd and then have it not only heal us, but also negate the need to heal twice. That could make this super useful. But is it more useful than stuff like increasing our damage reduction for a short duration? Maybe. Okay, we got no fire. Let's do it. Let's do purple veined peach pit.
Next time, down a few mouthfuls.
I just need to make sure that I'm not trying to let my health drop down that way. Just have to take into consideration it can save our butts.
In this world. Rest assured, this old long knows his trade. As they say, fine soil yields fine sprouts, and fine sprouts bear fine fruits. From seed to sprout to fruit to harvest, patience is the path to follow. What do you think of my work?
It's very nice. Very nice, sir.
Who's there to lend me comfort?
We're so rude. We're so rude. Your problems are your own, Chen. I'm sorry. I've got things to do.
What's fair to the eye may prove foul to handle.
Yeah, see, it doesn't cost anything. It would depend on what more would cost to upgrade it beyond this point. Like, this bump, 14 to 23, is only just under this one. This has the unique... Upon successful hits from spirit skills, grants massive focus upon reverting. Like, I wonder if it'd be worth switching to that. Because we only have a 4 difference. This actually gives us an effect. So I'd rather wear these ones that are actually giving us unique effects. Either it'd be the ability to use our gourd while sprinting, or this one for successful hits. We could upgrade this, but it costs celestial ribbons, so let's avoid that. Let's see how much armor we can get, because I don't know what's gonna, like, this is gonna cost beyond. Let's see. Okay, it costs fine gold thread to go beyond that first upgrade, so that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Is it worth dropping our 40 to 23 just so we can have that effect? Allows using gourd while sprinting. Or should we just wear this? This is only a 4 drop upon successful hits. Maybe we'll just switch to this mask.
Now you seem a prop.
Can I switch off from the Horsquai? Can I do that? We're going to switch off from this too. I don't know if it's worth it. How much? So we're getting 6 burn resistance from him. I don't think him as a being useful. I just would rather have like the quick attack from the Wandering Wight and get that 20 extra boost ultimately. He's cool though. I like him. Moderately increases damage dealt by the heavy attacks is also a really nice bonus. Yeah, screw it. We're just going to go back to the tried and true white. I mean, it says successful hits from spirit skills grants massive focus upon reverting. So we're in this case, it would just be the headbutt from the white, and that's it. Is that all we'd be getting?
Sort. Be on your way.
Oh yeah, we were gonna try challenging him again. Yeah.
Armor and arms.
Just to see.
Edge sharpened. Arm restless. I was looking for someone to test it.
the hell of
Mark
it.
me. This
Just for fun. Dang man, how did he do that follow attack? That's cheater.
through the leaves.
I don't. Am I supposed to be able to see his shadow? Have I always been able to see his shadow?
Off with the dust. Ride with the gale. All is take a hike. Down with right. Take this. The gods shall see.
Ow! My head! Alright. Alright, enough fun and games, Mr. Yin. We got somewhere to be. We got super laggy there for a second. It's laggy right now. That fight did something to the area that's... I'm like only getting 20 frames a second right now. Alright. Where are we? What are we doing? Still don't know what happened to Chu. Where did he go? Bajia. Baji? Where is he? I was hoping we were gonna see him down there.
Father, I brought him here. It's the destined one. Brother is not around. You can hand it over to him now. Brother will surely give up on his plan once it's returned. And then we will be a family again.
You mischievous monkey. You dare to push your luck, but always have a way out. Only you came back at the wrong time.
Are you not thinking straight, Father? I brought the destined one here to save you.
I may be unwell, but I am not blind. You are not my daughter.
How can you say that to me? I went
She's
through
not
flames
his
to
daughter?
find the destined one for you. But you, Father, don't you see?
I should have locked my eyes out too,
Oh my gosh.
to save me from your pretense.
Worry not, old-born fool. I'll see you shortly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so she wasn't helping
Could have
him.
enjoyed a good show.
She is him.
But you simply lack the taste.
Alright, we were kind of right.
Killed you all! My guise was perfect. No one could see a single flaw in it. How did you find out then?
Well, we never had a daughter. That's how I figured it out.
She has never needed to fake her respect for me.
Okay, so he does have a daughter. But the red boy was pretending to be her.
Interesting. That little fox. I will find out if it's true after I hunt her down. But first, I should burn you two together and mix your ashes to honor your friendship. Entertainment.
So, have we met her yet then? Or has it been him the entire time? You think it's been him ever since we rescued her from those two-headed weirdos? I'm gonna hide behind this rock. Okay, never mind. Can I pause you? Okay. Yeah, a little bit. I'm on fire!
Thought yourself quite something, huh? Have fun with this!
What? Stop destroying all my rocks. Ah, we never switched our friggin' transformation. Is he good against Red Boy? Take this. Whip you. Wait, I want him inside that ring, damn it. Alright, why does... Red Boy's gonna have a crazy-ass second phase, isn't he? Because he's being way too chill right now. I do not like how chill he is.
Save him, you'd have to impress me first.
What? There's too many!
One in failed to imprisonment, and you're just a nobody. Flee, coward!
Dang it. I'm gonna do it.
Fire! Burn him!
Come on. You saw it in effect there, that healing, man. Really, really good. That was a great one to put on.
You cursed monkey. Wherever you go, you leave behind a ruined family. My son is defeated, but not vanquished. I am afraid he'll rise again soon.
gross.
Since it came into my possession, I've kept it in my stomach. Hidden from all.
Kept the soul stone in your stomach. That's a pretty safe spot, I guess.
Fears have grown in me. Fear of war. Fear of death.
This is depressing. Oh no.
Wife.
Not your wife
Fear
too.
of my son.
That sucks. What a
That
shitty
is
existence.
why I dare not consume it. Let alone give it back to him. Destined, deprived, it's all the same. Don't ever believe their bullshit. You are your choices, causes and effects, not what you're called.
Two-sided pig. Ah, come on. We couldn't have got it delivered to us any faster.
Thanks to this false death talisman. Poor keeper. Seems his legacy was his only offer after all.
Yeah! Shoo, where have you been? Oh my gosh. What happened to you? You turned into a Guyver.
No wonder not a single raindrop was fanned. It was your trick the whole time.
Well, I mean, Shu
My
might
bad,
have
old bull.
recognized it as a disguise, but he didn't know who it was.
Little rascal. I'll teach you a lesson on your parents' behalf.
See, I assumed Shu was just talking about the fact that she was disguised as like a fox, or
in my
you know,
mother's womb.
other way around.
If blood and flesh don't
Get him.
compose what ordained their dwelling? The Buddhas say my flesh is its core. So when springs existence, I implore.
Oh no! I was hoping we would get up in the air. I knew it was going to be an area attack, but I would have lost it anyways. But I should have done it 1 second earlier. Dang it. Come on, come over here. Oh, of course you're gonna do that instead. What a waste. Really wish I'd remembered to change it.
my mother's womb. If blood, your blood, fuel my vengeance!
Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh. What's he doing there? Let me put this on.
One taught me this.
Ah, crap. There's this grab. Or a cutscene?
Distant one. Oh, the irony.
Come on now.
Tell me then, is my kind destined for extermination? A monkey born from unfeeling stone can never understand my will.
Dang it. Not good. Oh gosh. Come on. Whoo, that was close. That was close. Ah, wasted. Man, listen to this music. When did this turn into an anime? Crap. Oh, man, we can't even get into the air and do it. That sucks. Alright, well, now we know there's no coming back from that if we mess up. We just gotta bow out. Dang it! Ah, man, we had that. You gotta get used to the dodges on those big ones. Alright, are we gonna be at his next phase? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We're back here? We didn't even get to take any potions during that. You gotta be kidding me. Are we starting from the very, very beginning? What stage are we in? Okay, well, we're at his transform phase. Hey, we got you again. No. Well, that sucked.
The Buddha said my flesh lights more. When springs existence, I
Oh, dang it. My freaking stamina. Dang it. Can't hit you.
The Buddhas say my flesh is my life's core. So when springs existence, I am
What? Come on, guys. Don't leave me now.
Wake! What ordained their dwelling in my mother's womb? Blood and flesh compose my splendor.
Early. Too late. Ah, come on, man. Ah. That is gonna be the moveset that is the damning one. Every time. We didn't get a cutscene again, though. When does the cutscene kick in? Does it not anymore? Did we only get it once? Shoot, I was waiting for that cutscene to kick in before taking any of my potions. Oh, hold on. Yeah, first of all, we need to change out this damn horse. Question is, though, should we use Red Tides or Yellow Long? I mean, he's got to have defenses against fire, surely.
Are you trying to frighten anyone with that new form?
Get out of there! Ah, damn it. Ah, what a waste. Nice, Chew. Seen that from you.
What ordained their dwelling
dude. How many times are you gonna do that, man? Not cool.
Existence.
That was not good. On it. So frustrating. No, not again. Bye. Oh no, 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 no! Oh, thank goodness that saved my ass. Oh gosh. Bring in the Pluckamany. Go! No, he wasted it! He stopped me! Doggone it. I can't believe I wasted my Pluckamany. I still have my mana, but still, that sucked. Boom! Yay, Chu!
Holding on, despite it all. Does your vengeance weigh more than your family? Spit it out now, his relic!
Oh, come on, lady. Give us a break.
My king, I'm sorry for my lateness. I turned to them, but none offered help.
Eh?
My lady, forget it.
Aw.
I implore you to show mercy and spare my son. He is the last of the Yaksha's bloodline in the West, with an origin most tragic and twisted. Now, he poses a threat no more. Should you grant him mercy, I, Rakshasi, and the Bull King shall retreat ourselves to secluded meditation. Along with our children, we will never leave the mountain again.
Dude, that boy needs to be put down.
He is our son. We will bear his punishment. If it pleases you, my plantain fan is also yours to take.
Okay, cool. I mean, we need the relic. That's the main reason we're here. We need the relic.
Flames have paved my way. Through flames, I shan't stray. Vain was my flame, for revenge destined to stray.
I wish his mouth was opening. Gang, 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 while he's talking.
The light lies in our submission, kneeling and begging. You shall never witness it.
Oh my gosh. Damn, he's dying a lot slower. He's probably dying a lot slower than he thought he was going to as well. Why did I do it this way? This is so painful! It's lasting forever! Poor Bolt King, man. He's the one I feel bad for, the Bolt King. I don't care about the red boy.
You've atoned through deeds, Black Bear. Take this pair of eyes. You've served the righteous cause, Yellow Rat. These ears are yours. Your power has gathered in you, Yellow Rat. Keep this nose. You've endured hardships under eye. Go with the tongue. And the bull, it is the hardest to turn against a sworn brother. You can have his body.
Oh shoot. Is this Sun Wukong and the Bull King? What's happening? He was much smaller once.
Wretched boy, your luck plagues your every step. Never have you made a good choice.
Save your strength, brother! We yet to slay our way to the court and seize that senile emperor! This one must be the chief of their troop.
Brother, watch my back while I go play with him.
Your reluctance is plain. Just like my own. They forced me to drink from the river of childbearing, to bear that boy in my womb. If not for that monkey, We could have lived our separate lives in peace. As if none of this had happened.
You're all cute. You knew who I was from the start. Why'd you choose to be their lapdog? I never wanted to sever our ties. If kinship means anything to you, give me that relic. And let me avenge my people.
My king! Let the monkey have my fan! And there will be no trouble!
Your brother, I've disciplined. Your boy, I've given away. Your wife's fan. Today, I'll take it with me too. Find a master and serve the right. It's the only path left for the likes of us. Don't you understand, brother?
Wukong! I took out the bull's concubine with a whack of my rake too! Turned out, oh, she was a fox squire!
Gosh, what is happening?
The way I saw it, with enough merit and a position before the Buddha, they would leave me be, and all of you as well. Now I see, for someone like me, staying alive is enough to be a transgression. Brother, take care of your wife and children. And remember, steer clear of my remains.
That was cool. I liked that.
Yakshas are the mightiest of the 8 legions, after all. Be your body hard as metal, meeting death in scores is inevitable. Yet, why did you endure the fish and those carts just as poorly? You rush like wind with a clouded mind. It's your desires that shape what you see. Had your mind been less unsettled, would you still have fallen for that child's play? Haste oft blinds while patience illumines. Next time, can you still fulfill as Wukong without Bajie?
Sure. All the time he keeps leaving us. Okay, we got the fan. What? Why can't I go back to the fan? Ah! Only one fine gold thread? That's sad. Got 2 tree cores, so we could build the one weapon now if we wanted to. Alright, that was a pretty awesome final boss fight. Our boy was pretty cool. Especially in his final state. That had some really good stages. Alright, let's see what we can look at here.
To subdue the Bull King, the Jade Emperor issued an edict. Nerja with the incinerating wheels, the Gwai-slaying sword, and the coiling tether, and his father with the sealing pagoda and the revealing glass. Combining their strength, they mustered a host of immortals who fought the Bull King and narrowly defeated him.
Yeah, I don't know which animatic I liked. I have really enjoyed the last 3 animations a lot. I don't know which one was my favorite. We'd have to rewatch them again. They're all really, really good. This one was fantastic. I might have liked Chapter 4's a little bit better. Yeah, I would need to rewatch them. Nobody's on board with me liking Chapter 3's. I really liked Chapter 3's a lot. It was psychedelic. There wasn't a lot of dialogue. It was super creepy and super sad. I love that it was just like a god proving a moral point at the end of it. I liked it a lot. And it looked great.
Amid Wukong's rampage through the court, he toppled Lord Lao's pill furnace. A few bricks bearing remnant flames fell here and became the Flaming Mountains. Lord Lao blamed the furnace-tending boy for his negligence and banished him to become the keeper of this place.
The turtle dude. I don't know what he was. Was he supposed to be a turtle? He was full of gold and pearls. But it became a tragic tale. He was testing them, provided for them. They need not ask for anything, right? And yet they were still too greedy in the end of it all. And you know, it's one of those cautionary tales where they were probably able to extract the riches from his body, but you know. I think he was just supposed to be a creature. I don't know what I'm trying to think of an animal that maybe he looked like. I don't think he looked like any particular animal. But yeah, the riches weren't going to last forever. He could have kept providing for their people for generations, possibly. But nope, they were too greedy. Too greedy.
Before the journey, Wukong lived free and easy. He wandered the lands and befriended the mighty. He had 6 sworn brothers, the Bull King among them. The monkey and the bull both called themselves great sages. They were 2 of a kind. As for their parting of ways and hard-fought strife, those are tales for another time. As the Bull King collapsed, he cast a glance behind, as if catching a glimpse of his deepest fear. The Red Boy coming to claim his life with the 5 elemental carts and the valiant 6. He wished this day would never come, yet also longed for its swift arrival.
Tyler. We can't get into that topic again. As someone came in and some really, really Wukong mega fan came in to our stream yesterday and asked that exact same question. And I said it depends on the story. You're talking about two very different mythological characters. Wukong at his heightened state, I guess theoretically would probably win. I mean, he's so insanely powerful, right? But you're talking about two different mythological states. If you're talking about Kratos from the video games, he's shown that he is a god killer. Gods that probably shouldn't technically be able to die have died at the hands of Kratos. So, I mean, who's to say? If you actually wrote a new story involving Kratos and Wukong, obviously part of the elements of that story would be Kratos trying to figure out a way to beat Wukong. And Wukong isn't technically invincible. The immortality that Wukong earns is not immortality in the sense of the word that we have in the English language. By all accounts, someone who's gained immortality, let alone stacks of immortality, you would think would not be able to win. But that's not technically true in the case of Chinese mythology. Wukong's immortality layers could be effectively layers peeled away, and he could possibly eventually be beaten. I mean, as is kind of the case of this story, where he's been put into this temporary pushback of reincarnation, right? So, I mean, obviously, if the creators of God of War ever did a God of War that involved Chinese mythology gods, I mean, Kratos is going to come out on top. It's his bloody game. It's his universe. Or maybe not. I don't know. I mean, you got to figure with the last game, the last two games they introduced Atreus into the mythology. Maybe you could have an epic God of War game where Kratos finally dies and then Atreus is the one that continues on. It'd be hard to imagine that, but who knows? Yeah, it would. So yeah, it's a situation where if you're just simply looking at it from the outskirts of, like, first of all, at what point are we talking about Wukong facing Kratos? Are we talking about Wukong at his most powerful? Are we talking about Wukong at his mid-level, least powerful? There's so many variants and different stories of Wukong that it's hard to compare. Wukong at his most powerful, Kratos probably would not serve to be much of a challenge. But again, if you're talking about Kratos, the Kratos that we know that has killed gods that should technically be unkillable, he is the God of War. That is what his stories are known for, is him finding ways to kill unkillable gods. Yeah, of course. Of course, in a story involving him trying to figure out how to take down Chinese mythological gods, that would be what the story would be the basis on. You know? It would be him trying to find a way to defeat him. So assuming that we're not going to just simply watch a story where Wukong kills Kratos outright, you know? But yeah, sure, like Wukong at the beginning of the game, before he was, banished, effectively, before he was thwarted temporarily, maybe just an immediate one-on-one fight, like Kratos versus, who's the guy that he fights in the second game off the bat, the beginning, Thor's son? No. Who am I thinking of? I'm mixing them up. But yeah, like, obviously if you had Wukong in the early parts of the game, just doing a one-on-one with Kratos with no preparations, I'd say it's a fair assumption that Wukong would be able to put him down. You know? But that's a story I would love to see. I don't mind hypotheticals. I think they're interesting, but most of the time they're pointless. They're pointless discussions because we're talking about two very different mythological locations. We're talking about two very different sets of powers, and what are we talking? Just a quick fight, or are we talking an actual unfolded story, right? If it's an unfolded story, obviously we'd have all sorts of interesting things happen, right? And I would be down, man. I would be totally down if they did a God of War game that involved Chinese mythology. Most people have pondered whether or not it is if God of War's next logical step is to move into Egyptian gods. But, I mean, Chinese gods too would be super interesting and super fun for a story. And if you're going to involve Chinese mythology, Wukong's got to be involved somehow. But I would not put it past them to create a God of War game where neither of them end up winning. I don't think either of them. I would be willing to bet there's an entire possibility that Sun Wukong and Kratos, even if they do fight at one point or another, neither of them end up dying. If they put it into a game. If they put it into a story. Maybe they would just end up being, you know, they would end up respecting one another by the end of it all, right? But you'd have to have Kratos beating some gods or godlike characters from the mythology.
That was Princess Fairfox of Mount Gile. Graced with great wealth, the princess revered the Bull King's immense power. She gladly wed him, despite the ill-suited match. The two shared some joyous days together, until the monk and his disciples came, and Bajia slew the princess. Stories tell that the two bore a daughter, though her fate is unknown.
Yeah, I wanna... I wanna meet the real Ping. Okay, so I'm assuming Chu Bajia is going to be with us still. He keeps clamoring off and clamoring away. He helped us at the beginning of that fight, which I'm glad he still kept helping us. I'm glad they didn't do what they did in Chapter 4, where the spiders helped us fight the 100-Eye, but then upon, you know, repeated attempts, they just weren't there, and he just was missing part of his health. I really, really liked the beginning of that fight where they were helping at the start. I would have been fine having them there again and just doing the beginning, but I don't know. Maybe in playtesting, people were annoyed having to go through the spider part of the fight again. Alright, so we got a new relic. We've got 5 relics. A strong body and uncertain destiny massively reduces fall damage. Okay. Is that something we've been having to worry about a lot? Most of the time when we actually encounter a place that we can fall, it's too high. Maybe that'll come into play in the next chapter. Let's see, our options are Nimble Body, massively reduces the stamina cost of all charged heavy attacks. That sounds good. Considerably increases maximum health, and then considerably increases Forbane's resistance. What does considerably mean? Considerably is like the top. Are we talking like 20? For the Bane resistance? And what would considerably be for this? I feel like that's got to be like 50 health at least. I feel like health would come in handy. I don't know. Unless we're going to have... Yeah. I'm leaning health. The only thing I could think of is if in Chapter 6 we have all sorts of all different powers trying to come down on us. So maybe it would be good having... the resistances if we're getting attacked by poison, shock, fire, and cold. We'll do health for now. We can change these, can't we? We never have, but I thought I saw an option to change them. But yeah, we've never bothered. I honestly forget about them once we actually start playing. Okay, here we go. Plantain Fan. Upon activation, creates a hurricane that lifts the enemy airborne. Highly effective against specific enemies. What specific enemies are we talking about? That it would be good to send them flying into the airborne. Obviously, there's got to be somebody to fight. We've had needs for almost every single one of these for specific fights, so somebody's got to use this. This fan of ours, graced with boundless versatility, quenches even the fiercest flames that stretch across 80,000 miles, but with a single sweep. Moderately increases stamina recovery as the passive. The passives on these are great. The passive on this was obviously good for Chapter 5. Highly against specific enemies and environments. All of them say that. So yeah, we're gonna need this at some point. We can put it on now, I guess. Try it out. A couple people. Right, we got reading to do. Let's see, how much reading do we have? We got Red Boy and Yaksha King, which is technically the same person. The Red Boy. On his red skin talent may shine, eyes glaring bright, a mischievous sign. Samadhi fire forged, yet heart unrefined, the gate of Mount Lingshan lies within the mind. For many years, Red Boy had been having the same nightmare. In his childhood, he shared this nightmare with his mother. Mother, there were so many people, they were all coming to kill me. My dear, once you fall asleep again, you'll forget about it by tomorrow. Yet the boy was excited. But I am very powerful. I defeated monks as tall as mountains, strange birds, and fire-breathing statues, and I'm not afraid of them at all. Oh, how brave you are, my dear. He continued, I dreamt that I grew up into an adult with long horns on my head and long spikes on my hands. I could kill a bunch of bad people at once, but there were too many of them. I couldn't kill them all. Later, some strange people I had never seen before came. They hung quietly in the sky, not coming down, just silently watching me from above. His mother pulled him into her arms. If that day ever comes, your father and I will go to the sky with you and kill them all. Will we die? I dreamt that they killed me, and I turned into a red lotus flower. And mother, you picked this lotus flower, and I became your child again. He continued to chatter. Mother, if I die, would you be willing to give birth to me again? Don't you ever say this again. Alright, jeez, I'll go back to bed, Mom. You're still stuck on the Duskvale, Yellowlong, and Hundred Eye. All three? Like you've tried fighting each one individually? Well, I mean, you need to kill Duskvale if you want help beating Hundred Eye, because Duskvale gives you the needle. The what do you call it? The Weaver's Needle. So yeah, so you're gonna want to kill Duskvale. It makes Hundred Eye's second phase completely and totally trivial. And his second phase is the hardest part of his fight. So if you can get that, you will have a significant difference in help. Are you having no problem getting down to Hundred Eye's second phase? Is it the second phase that's screwing you over each time? Because if it is, then you just need to hold off fighting him. And just wait until you can get Duskvale killed. Yellowlong, I would love to give you some advice on, but I mean, you can go watch. We killed him twice. You're welcome to check out my fights to see if I'm doing something different that, you know, you can retain the knowledge on. But he was hard. Yellowlong is still the hardest boss that I have fought. Even after Duskvale and Scorpion Lord and Hundred Eye and frickin' Red Boy, I have still not fought a harder boss than I did Yellowlong. Yellowlong for me was the hardest boss, at least in terms of how long it took us to beat him. I see. Okay. Well, I mean, even more so, I guess it wouldn't hurt leaving and coming back. You're bound to get more points. Like, if you're having trouble getting him down to his second phase sometimes, then maybe you're not ready for him at this point. Because his second phase is about where I would consider my cutoff to be for fighting bosses. If I was having trouble getting him into his second phase, like, if I wasn't getting him into his second phase regularly, I probably would have left and come back. But in this case, you definitely want to. You got to kill Duskvale. You gotta kill Dustville. Yellow Long, that's another thing. I mean, his transformation is really, really good. I still think Red Tides is my favorite, but his transformation is great. Could be worth to get it. It's possible Yellow Long's transformation could make a difference for you in certain fights. Oh. Yeah, I mean the Spider Staff could help. We built the Spider Staff for our fight against the Scorpion Lord. But the funny thing is, I think we only used the Spider Staff for the Scorpion Lord. I think we swapped back for all the other fights. I think. Oh, that's right. We ended up building this staff for the fight on 100 Eye. That's how we got this one. So we built this staff for the fight against 100 Eye. We built the Spider Staff. We bought the Spider Staff for Scorpion Lord. I mean, I have not been able to utilize Yellow Long's transformation to its fullest extent. In order to gain his... Because Yellow Long's transformation has... Yellow Long's transformation has focus points, the same way as the Destined one does. But the only way you can obtain the focus points is by utilizing See-Through. And the only way you can utilize See-Through is by timing your heavy attacks with one of their attacks. So instead of dodging, instead of like doing a perfect dodge, you would instead hit the heavy attack. And if you hit the heavy attack at the precise moment their attack hits you, you will deflect them, and that'll effectively cause See-Through, which will gain you a focus point. The more focus points you gain on Yellow Long's transformation, the better his heavy attack will end up being. But you can do his heavy attack anytime, and you can also do normal heavy attack combos that is the same as when you're playing as the Destined one. And just doing that alone has been good. Like I said, I still think I like Red Tides more, but if you could get good at doing the Yellow Long's See-Throughs, that would probably be easily the more superior transformation. But like I said, even if you're not using the focus points, even if you don't manage to get the focus points, his combos that he can do between light attacks and heavy attacks are so good. And then he's so fast and so quick, it's easy to do dodges with him, and his transformation lasts a really long time. So even if you don't get those bonus focus points, you can do a ton of damage with him just from doing continual combos between the light and heavy attacks. It's hard to say, though. I really like Red Tide, and I like Yellow Long's transformation, too. I don't even know what it's called. I keep calling it Yellow Long's transformation. But what is it actually called? Lightning Flash. So yeah, Red Tide and Lightning Flash. Oh wait, no, that's an ability. That's not what it's called. What is it called? Is it called Lightning Flash? I guess it is. But yet this one is called Moonroam on Red Tides. Lightning Flash. Oh no, Golden Lightning. Duh. So Lightning Flash is its upgrades. Golden Lightning is the transformation. So Red Tides and Golden Lightning. Those have been my favorites. I mean, you could, yeah. I mean, I actually don't know if I used Golden Lightning against 100 Eye. I might have still used Red Tides for 100 Eye. You'd have to go back and watch my fight. I can't remember. I feel like I didn't start really using Golden Long's transformation until we got into Chapter 5. But I'm not 100% sure. I would not say you need it. what you need for the final boss in Chapter 4, if you don't want to have to fight him too much, is the Weaver's Needle. The Weaver's Needle is what you need. You could use whatever transformation allows you to do a lot of damage is fine, but no, the Weaver's Needle is what you need for 100 Eye. But maybe it's possible Yellow Long's transformation might be good for Duskvale. If you're having problems with Duskvale, because Tyler's having an issue with Duskvale right now, and again, like Yellow Long, we beat him twice, Tyler. Duskvale. So again, you can go watch both fights. But I don't have a lot of advice, because despite the fact that we had to kill him again, I beat him on the first try for both. I did better the second time than I did the first time, knowing his movesets the second time, but yeah, it's hard to say, because I didn't beat him like super easily. The first time around, we were out of healing potions on Duskvale. It was one of those fights where it came down, it was going to be either him or me. Right down to the line. No more healing potions. So it's not like I beat him easily. But, yeah, I mean, you're welcome to see both those fights and see if I did anything that might be helpful. Where were we? Oh my gosh, we got a lot of characters we gotta read about. And we didn't read the Yaksha King. His transformation. Very, very cool boss. I really like the look of him. He was super cool. He was like a combination of the Guyver and the, what are the beasts called that the Guyver fights? It's like, you know what he looks like, actually. He looks kind of like the Guyver creature in the second one. Here, let me see. What are they called? Do they not have a name? They have a name. Zoonoids. he was basically a combination of the Guyver and Zoonoids, right? Alright, anyway. Fangs bared, eyes like twin lanterns bright. In battle's clash he finds delight. Agile and brave, with skills so fine, yet lost in wandering his fates decline. The raging flames had reached the Golden Hall, and the sounds of battle outside were deafening, though they were muffled within. The king, gravely wounded, sat amidst the wreckage, holding a recently deceased young boy in his arms. A figure stood behind the curtain, sighing, "Such devastation! Don't you see? It's all because of you." The king remained silent. Whether the Yaksha royal lineage continues or ends depends entirely on your decision today. The king couldn't help but glance around the Golden Hall, still able to see traces of its former glory. They say Yakshas are the most resolute, yet you, as their king, are hesitant and indecisive. The king gently stroked his son's face, the body still warm. He wished so dearly that the boy could see the vast and beautiful world. If you have even a shred of lingering desire, why not try my method? The unattainable wish in your heart, I will take care of it for you. As a king, was he not even allowed to die on the battlefield? The king closed his eyes. Finally, he opened them and said slowly, "Since there is no salvation, I will leave me and my son at your disposal." Splendid! It's not too late to understand it now. The figure clapped, and a wide-clad Taoist emerged from behind. The Taoist approached the Yaksha king, bowed, and then sat cross-legged on the ground. He extended his hands above the boy's head and began to chant softly. Before long, a small, blood-red lotus flower emerged slowly from the boy's forehead, crystal clear and vibrant. The Taoist carefully plucked the lotus and placed it into a bowl he carried. The Yaksha king fixed his unblinking gaze intently at the lotus. The figure said, "This red lotus is the essence of your son's soul. To ensure it does not dissipate before successful reincarnation, we will need your life and the water from the river of childbearing." The Yaksha king raised his arm, taking one last look at the blood lotus. "I will do it myself." On the topic of those harder bosses, is Tyler even here now? He's probably off trying to actually beat them again. Tyler might have left. I will say this. After beating Yellowlong twice, I went online to see if anybody else was having as much of a problem as me. Thankfully, I wasn't alone. A lot of people have had problems. Some people not as much. And I read about different methods people had used to kill him. There is a certain spell that a lot of people have said makes bosses much, much easier. I have avoided using it because I've been enjoying learning all the other mechanics of the ones that we've already been using for most of the game. And then other methods that I read about for people using to fight Yellowlong was simply cheesing him. And apparently there is different methods from different stances that you can use to cheese him. But here's the thing. If we had decided to cheese Yellowlong in order to beat him, I think that would have been at a detriment for me for the rest of the game. One reason I think possibly most of the other bosses have not been as difficult for me as Yellowlong is that I think learning his movesets to such a degree as they keep getting more and more complicated as you keep fighting him, I think basically trained me into fighting all the later bosses. By the time we had beat him twice, the other bosses clicked faster for me. In the same way, kind of like Tiger Vanguard. Tiger Vanguard, I feel like, was the first boss that we fought that really started to demonstrate how chaotic some of the boss's movesets could be. Tiger Vanguard was kind of the leaping off point for me going into more bosses, and then Yellowlong was just an even more complicated version of that. And by the time we had fought Yellowlong so much, I think it over-prepared me for other bosses after him. Now granted, we haven't beaten the game yet, so I'm expecting whatever bosses we have left are going to be even harder. And there were hard bosses in Chapter 5, no doubt. Alright, characters. I saw a bunch of characters. We got 3, so not as many as Chapter 4's unlocks. We got an actual entry for Ping Ping. Born to a fate of trials and woes, who pities the ebb and flow of those? Better to live in nature's embrace, freely to wander, freely to repose. After delivering her homework to her mother, Ping Ping went to the height of Ember. Her brother had asked her to meet him there, saying he had something important to discuss. When she arrived, she saw Red Boy standing with his hands on his hips, directing quick as fire and fast as wind to burn the Bulgwais to flee as his way of training them. Amused at the scene, he laughed loudly and boisterously. "Brother," Ping Ping called softly. Ever since Red Boy returned from Guan Yin's tutelage, she felt he had changed. Every time she spoke to him, a subtle fear tugged at her heart. Upon seeing her arrival, Red Boy waved to halt the training and turned to her. "Ping Ping, let's engage in a game," he proposed. "You will run and I shall chase you. Let us see if I can catch you before an incense stick burns out." In the past, Ping Ping would transform into a little fox, leaping through rocks and crevices, always having the upper hand. Yet this time, Red Boy shattered her hiding rocks with a single spear thrust, scorched her standing dead wood with a breath of fire, and blew over the cliffs she jumped across as a red cloud. In less than half the time it takes for an incense stick to burn, Red Boy effortlessly caught her inside. Mother's teachings are still too gentle. Seeing his sister's gloomy face, Red Boy took her to rest by the cliff in the Furnace Valley. To cheer her up, he twirled his fire point for her entertainment. Seeing his little sister clapping and cheering, Red Boy asked, "How do you think my skills compare to Father's?" Ping Ping couldn't answer. She had never dared to make such a comparison. She took out the fire dates her mother had rewarded her and shared them with Red Boy, changing the subject to talk about the anecdotes of the mountains. Seeing this, Red Boy didn't press further and responded perfunctorily. Perfunctorily? What does that mean? Clue's not helping me. Perfunctorily. Ping Ping cautiously said, "Brother, you and I have always been the closest. If you have something on your mind, you can tell me. It's not easy for our family to be reunited. I just want to live peacefully in these mountains, away from the worldly strife." Gazing at the burning clouds, Red Boy said, "Sister, you should see more of the outside world. There's no such thing as living away from the worldly strife. It's just self-deception of losers." Ping Ping wanted to ask him who he was competing with and why he had to compete. Before she could speak, she felt a blow to the back of her neck and fainted. Oh, man. So where is she, man? Did he knock her out and hide her somewhere? Or did he kill her? That'd be terrible. Did you say you were on it? Did you look it up?
No. I'm on it tonight.
Oh, no. Well, I'm going to look it up because I'm mildly curious. Perfunctorily. Says it's characterized by routine or superficiality, lacking in interest or enthusiasm. Word of the day. The Rakshasi. From dawn to dusk toil's bitter strain, better day and night home's burdens remain. Destiny shows no mercy, merciful she became. Why is her household light the hardest to sustain? Mount Lingshan, Vulture Peak, before the Thunderclap Temple. Rakshasi clasped her intertwined hands tightly, steadying her trembling body, striving to appear calm and serene. She had traveled to the many places on this journey, domains of the Yao Guai king she befriended in the mortal realm, abodes of the gods she met in the celestial realm, the immortals' islands on the sea, and even the underworld. She had visited them all. She also went to the Tushita Palace to seek advice from her master, yet the latter had only offered a heartfelt persuasion. "I ordered you to raise a child, but I did not ask you to be a true mother. Let the boy stir his trouble. As long as you and your husband stay out of it, you will be safe." Her master's words left her in despair. She knew that no protection would the Flaming Mountains receive. This was their destiny ordained. But she knew her son all too well, reckless and wild, vengeful and unforgiving. After all the suffering he had endured over the years, unless he could vent his anger, the only way to resolve the siege of Flaming Mountains would be to break his spine. Thus she came here, for revenge. How to exact it, she had no idea, her mind a blank void. "Lady Rakshasi, the master summoned you inside." Ananda stood at the temple door, his voice as gentle as ever. She strained her back, gripping the plantain fan tightly in her hand, and hoarsely replied, "Thank you, Venerable." As she walked into the hall, flanked by the 8 great Vajras and 500 Arhats, she seemed to hear faint laughter, but all she saw in her peripheral vision was solemn and dignified figures. Reaching the base of the lotus throne, she knelt with her head held high, clutching the fan tightly. "Rakshasi, what brings you here to seek an audience with me?" She remained silent, gripping the fan with all her might, ready to unleash its divine wind at any moment. The hall was deathly quiet. All eyes were on her. She could feel the Vajras glaring with their angry eyes, the Arhats staring with their wrathful gazes, and all the divine figures transforming into fierce visages. She lowered her head. I greet you on behalf of my master." A booming laughter echoed, deafening. Within that laughter she heard the cries of an infant, the innocent giggles of a child, the roars of an adolescent, and the cycle of blooming and withering flowers, the growth of grass and the flight of orioles over millennia. She heard the embers extinguishing in the Flaming Mountains. That was an unfortunate tale. The Bull King. Renowned as the mighty king, his life was far from plain. His spirit spanned the 3 realms, his fame touched 4 domains. Among the Guais, a hero grand, wild, and untamed. The sudden arrival of Dharma left his homeland forever changed. With shadows as his companion, true enlightenment with him lay. In days of yore, the Bull King converted to Buddhism and within a century completed his practice and returned to the Flaming Mountains. Overjoyed, Rakshasi and Ping Ping loudly celebrated his return and hosted a grand banquet in his honor. During the banquet, the keeper of Flaming Mountains asked, "My king, why did you return so hastily?" The Bull King replied, "An old friend with whom I had some misunderstandings in the past helped me achieve a great merit. The Bodhisattva then pleaded with the Buddha on my behalf, granting me the grace to return. From now on, I will stay in the mountain and go nowhere else." From that day on, the Bull King's temperament changed drastically. His former wild and unrestrained nature was no longer seen. He declined all invitations, ceased his travels, and instead stayed in Flaming Mountains, helping Rakshasi with the household affairs and training the bull soldiers, living a very peaceful life. Several decades later, Red Boy received instructions from the Bodhisattva and returned to Flaming Mountains to serve his parents. The family of 4 enjoyed a period of peace. However, Rakshasi gradually noticed something unusual about the Bull King. He became increasingly thin, his face showing signs of aging, and he ate less, as if weighed down by heavy worries. More strangely, the Bull King sometimes transformed into his original form, retreating to the mountain peaks, retching. The furry celestial maiden serving Rakshasi said the king might be suffering from a rare bovine illness. The fox maiden serving Ping Ping said the king, aware of his past sins, might have learned anesthetic practice in Mount Lingshan and is now undergoing it. The keeper of Flaming Mountain said the king's mind is trapped in the past, intertwines with his old friend, unable to break free. Those past events have become an invisible shackles, and from which he never escape. All right, caught up. We are caught up. Well, that seems like a good stopping point, guys. We might go ahead and stop here and start chapter 6 tomorrow. How long is chapter 6? Can we find that out? How long is chapter 6 Wukong? Let's see. So the question is, even if chapter 6 is the shortest, I mean, how long is it? Are we talking one sit down, single stream? Is the next stream going to be the last one? Or is it going to be at least 2 streams? Every chapter after chapter 1 has been at least 3 streams, including chapter 5, even though technically, well, we part of chapter 5's start was, that stream was kind of halved by chapter 4. I think half the stream was chapter 4's ending, and half of the start was chapter 5. But I don't know, like, that's the thing. Every chapter's been at least 2, most have been 3 streams, so I'm like, is number 6 gonna be at least 2 as well? See, this isn't helpful. This person says, chapter 5 is also shorter than chapters 1 through 4. Chapter 3 is the longest of all the chapters. I could see that. So what, and then is chapter 6 the shortest of all of them? Is chapter 6 like chapter 1? Chapter 1, though, I think it still took 2 streams to play through. I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'd rather not have like one super long final stream, but I also would not want to end like one stream tomorrow, and then when we come back, there's only like an hour left. But I guess that's a possibility. Well, I guess we'll have to see. Let's see, how many bosses are in chapter 6? I mean, according to this, the boss number is 19? I mean, I don't want to look at the details on that, but that sounds like a lot of bosses. I think that's the same as both the last 2 chapters. So unless there are a lot of really easy bosses, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll keep an eye. If we're keeping an eye on the boss amounts to be 19, maybe that can lead us to decide whether or not we're going to try to finish Chapter 6 in a single sitting, or if we're going to split it into 2 more sittings. Hopefully 2 more sittings. I'm liking this game so much I don't want it to end. So ideally, I kind of hope Chapter 6 is at least 2 streams worth, 2 playthroughs worth. But we will end it there. Chapter 5, down and done. I think we still have a lot of achievements left to do, but some of them we're not going to be able to do until we do New Game Plus. So we'll see, And I'm liking this game enough that I really do want to go ahead and try to 100% it, and I want to try to get everything done that is possible. I very much want to play the New Game Plus. But thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet already. I very, very much appreciate it. Subscribe if you would like to be notified of future streams. If you are watching this at a later time, thank you for taking the time to do so. And until tomorrow, everybody, sleep well, be well, stay chill, stay relaxed, and I will see you then. Good night, and goodbye.